I'm Nick Snow, watching government for Oil and Gas Journal in Washington, D.C. Amid the oil and gas industry's loud cries of outrage, the basic question remained this: what was the president thinking on February 4th when he decided to propose a $10 per barrel tax on crude oil? We had brief conversations with the administration when they let us know what it was going to roll out. American Petroleum Institute President Jack N. Gerard told reporters during a February 8th teleconference. But we're not certain they thought about its impacts as well as they should. This is not a well thought out policy. It's more about political ideology than economics. Why would they penalize the American public when we're trying to help the general economy recover? The White House provided a clue in its 21st Century Clean Energy Transportation fact sheet, where the tax was first announced. Quote, "By placing a fee on oil, the president's plan creates a clear incentive for private sector innovation to reduce our reliance on oil, and at the same time invests in clean energy technologies that will power our future," end quote. Calling the tax a fee was no accident. Previous administrations finessed the U.S. Constitution's requirement that taxes originate in Congress when they wanted to increase waterway and other user taxes by renaming them. The 114th Congress didn't buy the maneuver as its second session began in 2016. The fact sheet also mentioned a need to provide a steady funding source for the Highway Trust Fund. It was pretty much drained before Congress, with Republican majorities largely bound by pledges to taxpayer advocate Grover Norquist to oppose all net tax increases, finally passed a highway bill in 2015 that basically raided other federal programs. However, last year's bill was merely a first step towards what our economy needs, with only a modest increase in infrastructure funding, the White House's fact sheet said. It also cited progress in developing transportation alternatives to petroleum, but basically said government guarantees are needed to accelerate the transition. Obama included several in his fiscal 2017 budget request a few days later. Another question was why the president decided now was the time to propose taxing crude oil to help address global climate change. The answer again lies in the idea that U.S. motorists don't pay the true costs of the fuel in their vehicles. These supposedly are beyond the obvious expenses to develop, refine, and distribute gasoline and diesel fuel. These hidden costs can be expenses of maintaining naval fleets in significant tanker shipping lanes or, more recently, climate-threatening carbon produced when the fuel is used. Conventional Washington wisdom holds that it's best to propose a new motor fuel tax or fee when prices at the pump are low. They are now, which is why President Obama made his move. That's watching government for this week. In Washington, I'm Nick Snow for Oil and Gas Journal.